Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, Riverbend Spring Scratch Start, episode 40. We have done the morning shuffle, feeding the chickens, getting the eggs, moving the canola pallets, checking on various things, and it's time to get to work. We still have bales to pick up, which pick them up, like I said, kind of at my leisure. We've got way more than we need, and we can't afford a wrapper yet, so they're just kind of sitting out here waiting, stacking at the sheep enclosure. Right, so we got to get canola in the ground today. I had a plan, I wrote it down. And I'm referencing it now. So it looks like I was planning on putting canola in both 8 and 81, which means we have a bunch of prep work to do on those two fields. We're going to put barley in one of the others and oats in the final one. Right, so we'll just keep pulling. If we can get these things off here. There we go. Gotta really drag. So we'll just keep pulling a couple now and then off the field. We won't need to mow. And we could mow, but we won't need to mow for another year easily. We look at our sheep. We are still at 34, reproduction 40%. Yeah, still got plenty of food, still got plenty of meadow. And we actually have a whole full pallet of, well, will be worth something. Right, so as I said, we got to put canola in the ground, which means we need to do our prep on 8 and 81. We have a look at those guys. 8, there's 81. I'm wondering if I can get wrong button. Wondering if I should try to lime them. I feel like yellow is not yet bad. They definitely both need nitrogen though. So go look. Everybody's got weeds. And we still only have the plow. And we still have no seeder. So we'll go ahead and look in the sale. I was just looking in the sale. There is this cultivator, but a direct drill seeder would be a better option. This guy is not direct, although at least it doesn't say it is. 6 meters is still, well, it's still better than the 4-meter Great Plains. Neverland. Yeah, this guy is interesting because he is a power harrow and a seeder. We look at yield improvement. No, rep. These guys not listed in both. Anyway, the point being that we need to get things planted. This guy is only 4 meters. But obviously does some prep work first. So I think, and I can't remember which one I used last time. It might have been Neverland. I know we used the Lemkin. We can't afford that right now. We could rent it again. Or the Knockerling, that's the one we used last time. Was 8 meters. We need to consider our liming. I'm gonna give these guys a shot with liming. Guys rolling solid fertilizer. Just sell that backpack. No, we need it for potential herbicide use. So we dump off that stuff. We do need it, but we've got to see if liming is a thing first. I'm gonna get this prepped. Probably go buy some more lime. We'll see what the deal is. While that's loading, we don't have anything to sell in August. We don't even have any wood products to sell just yet. Right. Yeah, these guys aren't going to get, the grass fields aren't going to get any additional work on them. Like it's bringing it up. So it looks like it is worth throwing the lime on it to get the pH up to optimal. So I'm pretty sure we're going to run out of lime and need to get some more. We got to learn how to turn around. Well, we're going to get these guys lined up, and at least this one here. Right. See you in a minute. Even sooner than that. We ran out of... Oh. Yeah, crazy. We ran out of lime. I'm going to go to the the dispenser rather than buying bags because it's, well, it's right over here. Actually, cut through. The empty field. Not too much effort, and then be right there. We're gonna buy some lime. Might as well just fill it up because we're gonna need it anyway. I know it's a lot of lime. But this is an investment in the future. Alright, with that done, we're going to go finish up. Okay, I've decided to just hit these guys up, even though they don't necessarily desperately need it. Just to get them up to the optimal values, and to have everybody having been limed all at once. So there's no weird one-offs. Just get the job done across all of our fields. Well, all of our current fields. I don't know if this one really needs it or not, but we're going to do it anyway. And it looks like he doesn't really need it, so we're not even actually going through much. Lime, if anything, you can see we're not even using it. Oh, and this part needed some. So that's cool. And I decided that having an on-site dispenser was something I wanted. And I also thought, you know what? That'd be a great spot for because I'm not using the right button. But this would be a great spot for something like that. So if we look at sheds, extensions, constructibles, containers, this mineral cell silo. This would be a great spot for one of these. If I can figure out where to put it. I mean, it feels kind of like I could just stick it out here in the middle and have turn around and pull up kind of along the way here. But then that would preclude us using this for anything else. So I actually feel like maybe what we want to do is get it more on the edge. Was a spot where it didn't overlap. Huh. Okay, well, it's going to overlap, so I might as well just maybe put it over here how it really overlaps. You know what, the overlap doesn't matter because we can just toggle free mode and get her installed. I think this feels like a good spot. We can turn around, we can, yeah. We just go grab this. Yeah, see, that seems like a good spot. And it's true, as somebody pointed out last series or the series before in the comments, apologize, I don't remember who it was, this cost a little more, but not that much more. About $1,000 more to fill the thing than buying pallets directly. Like buying the big bags would be about $2,500, and filling on this was $3,500. But the convenience of having it locally is really the key here. I'm going to skip that little bit because we obviously are barely putting any down on this field. Well, why we're putting it down on this area, I don't know. Improving this spot a bit, which is good. Either I missed it last time or who knows what. But alright, so that's covered. And given that this is where I'm getting my stuff, the rest of this can be kind of a dumping zone. Because we want our granular now. I'm going to go grab that granular fertilizer from over there first before I buy some more and see how far that gets us. We obviously need to fertilize everything anyway. That wasn't much. Yeah, we're going to need more. So we're going to buy more. And if we have to go sell some product in order to afford something else, or maybe we take more loan, we've got more land, we've got more land, we've got more equipment, we can probably take more loan. We are going to have to pay back that loan eventually, but then we could just buy the right planter. Or the correct planter. We just spent $25,000 on fertilizer, which is actually quite a bit. All these guys need to be fertilized though, so I think it was pretty good investment. Yeah, we're looking good here. Cool. Well, we're gonna get these guys fertilized. Alright, everybody's fertilized. Everybody's limed. I'm just going to go stick this over here, since that's kind of the dry spreader zone at this point. And we're gonna go see about what we can do to get our seeder. I think it's time we owned a seeder, and I think a direct drill seeder is the way to go. We may have to hoe. We may have to hoe things. We're just gonna check the sale one more time. Yeah, nothing. So I don't want a 6-meter seeder because that's just a little too small. That guy's 6 meters as well. So we're looking at these guys. That guy's 12 meters, but he's not direct. But when it comes down to it, it's okay. That guy's not direct either. So it's this knockerling. It's this Ultima 800. 8 meters does all my stuff. A little big for some of my fields, but we'll make short work of other ones. You know, the Novag T-Force Plus is also, he's 9 meters. I think this guy's the guy to go with. So now we got to find the money. We need about 200 grand. So I think it's loan time. And I think I'll be allowed to borrow it. So we're going to bring our loan up to 900. $105. Giving us money to buy seed. No ridge marker. Yep, that's the one. Yep, I did not mess that up. Good. Right, we gotta go get that, and then I don't even know if we have any seed left. Did I leave seed laying around somewhere, or did we use it all? Or maybe I spaced and returned. If I did leave it somewhere, I left it somewhere I'm not sure of, so I'm gonna have to go pick that thing up and buy some seed. In fact, let's just buy 2 bags, 2 pallets. Buy 3 pallets. If we buy 4 pallets, we'll have a little bit left over. We don't quite need that much. We're gonna buy 3 pallets. They're waiting for us. Alright, time to go pick that stuff up. We are here, and we are hooked up to our new seeder. And we've got a pretty good chunk. Alright. And the seed of the day is canola. We've got to put canola in 81 and in 8. And in order to do that, we're going to do 81 first, because we're already over here. Yeah. Nothing to plant away. the rest of the day, probably. Not really, but get our settings set. But it's going to be quite a bit closer to, yeah. Buddy, you can wait. Canola's going in. We're probably going to have to come back around and hoe all these, because I think there's still going to be, there's going to be weeds this year. But we own the hoe, and it's not terribly hard to operate. Nice and quick. We're just going to get her done. All right. We are just about done planting our canola in 81, and then we've got to fold this thing up and get it over to 8 and get canola in there. It did pretty good. 8 meters is still not huge when it comes to like the Amazon Citan or whatever, however you pronounce that. You know, 12, 15, or the Seed Hawks. But we do not have the field sizes on this map for the Seed Hawk. I mean, maybe for 24, but you know, we're not ever gonna need the Seed Hawk on this map. Even if I do buy 24, I will just muddle through with the Amazon seeder. But we gotta get the rest of our hold this, get it turned on. And get going. So you're supposed to do the headers last so that they get cleaned up and you're not constantly driving on already planted stuff. But we rarely do that. But I'm going to try. I'm going to do the main field first. But this planter's all right. This is not a bad planter. Now we can turn around in here, and I'm going to also go with striping it because it's easier to turn around. And yeah, we're going to get this planted, and I'll talk to you in a bit. All right, we are just about done with our canola planting. I'll fold it up, get it set over to barley. I do believe our next job is barley next month. And I have barley down for 6th. we're just gonna get this thing over there and set her down in that spot while we think about what else to do. Or actually, let's see, because maybe we have any seeding contracts? Spraying, stone picking, nope, no seeding. Mowing is ugly. Harvesting is all the kind of harvesting we don't want to do. Right, well, we're going to go put this guy down here ready to seed barley into 6. And then look at what else. U button, not the tab button. Right. What else to do? I guess we need to move the rest of those guys. The bales over there. Get the bales out of the way. Maybe we can do some fertilization or something along those lines. Let's have a look at how that, we ought to roll our canola. pH is not great. Okay, we're gonna go clear these fields a little more. Oh, and I am going to do a thing that's going to make this a little better for me. We are going to put a grass border, really big one. We're actually just going to cut it off this way. That should make that field a lot easier to deal with and give us a spot here. I'm getting rid of all of this. From here forward, though, we want it to be more gravel, I think. Go back to grass. Grass up there. Grass up there. Whoops. And then gravel this. I think this is going to become a gravel lot with maybe a shed on it. Yeah, looking a little better, but we're going to actually cut that off all the way to there. There we go. So now we've got a clear definition. We've got a clear field that can be worked. We'll probably put more animals down on there eventually. But for now, that's good. I think we kind of need to own the rolls. It's time to own our own rolls and really get that done. So we look at that. Field improvements, rollers. I mean, 46,000 is our cheapest rolls. So we don't have that for sure. The other thing we want to look at buying next is the wrapper, and we want this wrapper. I don't want any of the other wrappers. I want this wrapper. I mean, the Colossus Lightning wrap would be good as well, and actually at 25 we can afford that one. We have the Colossus pack. Might as well use it. We could wrap some of these grass bales that I don't think we're going to need, and we could, if it all of a sudden looked like we did desperately were going to need them, we could throw down we could just mow the field. But I don't think we're going to run out. We've got probably a couple of years worth of grass over there already. So, right, we're going to get these picked up, and then we're going to look at, I guess, renting the rolls. Can't pick up that wrapper yet. We can't buy even at 25,000 because we need money to rent the rolls. Much as I don't want to rent the rolls, I guess we could rent them. For 2 months. We could just keep them. Not terribly expensive, I don't think. I think we might do that because we're going to need them again next month when we plant the barley. So we're just going to get the rest of this picked up. Alright, that bit of work is done. Let's see if we can lime and or fertilize the grass fields. Let's look at them real quick here. So pH wise, they could definitely improve. Nitrogen wise, they could probably improve. So we will see, although maybe the grass doesn't need it, because we only ever do one application as opposed to non-precision farming when we do two. Right, like so. And grass gives you one application immediately, so maybe it's not even a thing. But we'll have to dump those. Pick those up and find out. Okay, the current is actually higher than the optimal on these grass fields, so I'm going to stop trying to amend them. We got the lime in, and that was actually a valid thing to do. We need to get the canola fields rolled, and I really want to own my rolls. Right, we're gonna drop that stuff and drop this off because I don't know what I'm gonna need next. Should come out here and arrange this stuff with the forklift or the telehandler. But we're gonna have to rent those rollers at least one more time. We're gonna get the small ones because the big ones were too big last time we rolled. And they're 465 per day. Okay. So we'll just have to go pick them up and absorb the cost for at least one more month. And maybe we can roll the grass with them. I don't know if that works. I remember in 22, rolling the grass with grass-specific rollers was a thing. And if you use the wrong rollers on the wrong crop, grass or seed crops, it would actually be like tearing up what was planted rather than properly rolling it in. So I don't know if that's fixed with precision farming or fixed with 25. I haven't tried. I guess we can give it a quick little test. It's not like I couldn't replant grass in those spots. I know these rollers work with the seed crops just fine, so I'm not worried about that, although they are rather small, but the other ones were rather big. So we will see. Okay, I've determined that that does nothing and does not change the fact that this is listed as needs rolling. I should have rolled it when I planted it. If I want it to be rolled and show as rolled on the map, I need to go cultivate it and replant it, which I'm not going to do. So we're just going to deal with it showing as needs rolling. This guy, however, definitely is listed as needs rolling. So we're going to get on that. Which oddly is not showing up with my lines, even though I was already like set up for that. Huh. Alright, well, there we go. So we're gonna roll this and 81 up and come back to you when we're done. Right, our rolling is almost done. Just one more row here and we're done with that. And then we can think about what other things we're going to be doing here. Nothing else this episode as far as field work. In fact, probably no work at all. But kind of think about what's going to happen in September. We've got barley to plant, so that's one field. I don't think we have anything to sell. We'll look at that in just a minute here. So I can either hold on to these rolls until we planted the barley and spend another whatever. So if we go look at that first real quick. Yeah, nobody needs rolling. Right. We'll look at the vehicles. Right, that's going to cost me another 1,400. or it'll cost me another $2,200 to re-rent them, or whatever it was. It was more than $1,400, that's for sure. So I might as well just hold on to them for another month and roll the barley when we're done. We're gonna actually stop. Yep, okay. So right, we got barley next month and then oats in March. That'll complete our planting needs. Our sawmill has wood enough for another month at least. Swath separator is done, so we can deactivate that. We got 70K oats in there. The grain mill needs to get refilled. In fact, we can just push all 70K oats into there. The canola is still rolling. And the bakery has flour. Oh, and I had turned off bread, so hopefully it gets through that. Hopefully it gets through that flour in a decent amount of time, because otherwise we're in trouble. I mean, not in trouble, it's just the bread sells in January, and it's actually just a few months from January at this point. We need to go down there and get more oats. Probably 3 trailer loads worth, or 4 trailer loads worth of all the oats. Just dump all the oats into that grain mill and get those pushed into flour. I think we could probably stand to put a bit of barley in there too, but rather than risk it, I'm just gonna keep the barley. Oh, we missed a little bit of planting on that point, but I'm not gonna go fix it. So I'm gonna go dump these rolls down here by the field that we're gonna roll. This is where we're gonna use them next. And then we're gonna go up and see about getting those oats in. We've got a lot of eggs. Come November, December, January, when we sell all of our products, things are going to be awesome. We're gonna have a lot of money. Probably, honestly, should pay back the loan, but we don't have all of our equipment yet. We need to own the rolls, we need to own a wrapper. Eventually we're going to probably want to run sugar beets so that we can make sugar, so that we can do cakes with the bakery. And get that done. But for now, we at least need the wrapper and the rolls. And we gotta look at all that straw. Yeah, we're gonna be selling straw. 70. Why did I think we had 90,000 notes? Well, doesn't matter. We need them. We need them to be in here, so that this just keeps going rather than running out, which it was primed to do overnight. Right, so that's the plan for next time. It looks like once you plant a grass, you don't need to fertilize it again in precision farming, so that's cool. The pH did go down. The pH did go better, so obviously we need to lime it occasionally. Probably not as frequently as I have been doing, although optimal pH is a good thing. But yeah, we might as well just get all of this in there. Pretty sure we have room. We look at the grain mill. We've got lots of room. so weird because you can't tell. I've done 60. I need to keep running 20. I think I can only fit, I think I'm running the same 20,000 over every time. Or maybe not. Maybe I am running, yeah, I am running the new stuff. Okay. Well, that's good, but that thing still shows as 70K, which means I do have a location I could pull out of the grain mill, but it's not going to operate off of what's stored in here, so it's very weird. I'm hoping maybe one or more of these modders actually gets it fixed. Now I'm sure we have just pulled some out of the grain mill to cover this, yeah. This should put the remaining oats into the grain mill. And that should cover what we're doing. Oh yeah, so wrapper, yeah, it's got 70 something in there. Seems like a good spot as any to stash these things. Let's have a look at our greenhouses are good. Our water pump is good. Sawmill, swath. Raw. Yep. Everybody is good, and we are baking bread again. So that too is good. I don't know how much we're going to get in time for January, but hopefully it gives us a good chunk of money. And 3 months till our sheep actually expand to fill capacity. We haven't even we haven't even used up one of these bales since we filled it. I'm pretty sure they're mostly operating on the meadow. We have good pH, good nitrogen. Yep. We're on it. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will catch you next time.